Okay, this is your tip of the week. So, reminders are a really great way to keep your customers in the loop and understanding what exactly is required for them to get their loan closed on time and with less stress. But the way to make reminders on conditions work requires a little bit of nuance here, guys. So, there is obviously a toggle to turn them on. Great, that seems easy. You can also do this in your settings so when loans get created and documents are requested initially, that these reminders are on. But there is one thing that is going to kill your chances of success when it comes to the reminders, and that is because we made this flexible. That flexibility sometimes comes back to bite us if you don't know how the system works. So, what do I mean by that? Well, as you see right here, it says edit reminders. There are two ways that the system validates should a reminder go out to this customer. The first way, and this is the default way, guys, is when we send we basically set this rule to continue sending reminders until all conditions are due. Well, what would that mean? That would mean that our system is looking for a due date to turn the conditions off at. So, on a loan, if I do not have a due date, which I do not here for these conditions, the system will not actually go ask the customer for conditions because there's no due date. And that's the rule that we set up until all conditions are due. So if you want to use this setting, you have to establish due dates on the condition. So I can go here and I can say it's due on this day. Click done. Here's the due dates. Now I can go in and I can use that appropriately. Now, in my opinion, this is a bit too much work. So the way I like to do this is instead of by using due dates, I like to do it until all conditions are accepted. What that means is that when there is any condition that is living up here that is in what we call a requested state or a rejected state, we're going to continue to chase the customer for those documents. We will not, however, chase the customer for documents if they are in a pending review state, so they submitted something to you, but you haven't looked at it yet, or if the document has been accepted, it's down here. So in this case, if I had a couple documents accepted, let's say that these ones all live down here, and we hit the date for when the reminder was going out, we would not ask for these conditions. We would only ask for the documents that live here in the in progress and that are not currently pending review. So hope that helps you guys understand a bit about the condition system. So just as a quick recap, if you want due dates, if you want to do it based on due date, you have to establish the due date. Otherwise, select that you want to do it based on all until all conditions are accepted. And that's going to help you out. Now let's go to our settings here. And let's just look at the actual setting inside of my conditions library. This is how you turn it on by default. So you can see here I've got my reminders on by default. So every loan that gets created, when there's a condition, I'm going to follow these rules. And I have mine set up to be until all are accepted. Okay. You can also establish what time of day you want to ask the client for the documents. Any, which means basically when they submitted it and the condition was request, it's that time every day, morning, evening, or afternoon. Okay, you guys can pick. So hopefully that was helpful. This is our tip of the week.